To present our first award, the Small Business of the Year, I present to you last year's winner of Small Business of the Year from B Cocoa Artisan Chocolate, Brooke Willis. Brooke, we can see you. We can't hear you yet. I tell you what, we can go to the next one. Brooke, are you at your office? Brooke, if you're at your office, why don't you come on down to the chamber and you can do it right here. The wonders of modern technology. All right, let's do something. Let's do something that we're going to do right after her presentation. We've got a new web program that we just designed to help tell the story of creative businesses doing creative things in Wichita Falls, locals doing great things, and it's called Made in the Falls. And our first episode debuted recently, highlighting an amazing tale. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's show you Made in the Falls.
Leland, glad to be here with you this morning. Beautiful morning out here in God's country, as they may say. So as the whole Xylobat story goes, where did you start? What happened?
It was July 2012. I was watching a baseball game and was trying to figure out what to get my nephew for his first birthday. So that was a big question. So, you know, I heard the crack of a bat, and I just thought that would be so cool if I could make him a wood bat. That's how it all took off. I mean, I went and made that first bat. It took me over 4 hours to make it. But, I mean, I just fell in love with the process. Fast forward to a year and a half, I was making so many that I was becoming broke because I was, you know, just making them and pretty much giving them away. And so, for the sake of my family, you know, I decided maybe I should start a little side business. So Xylobats was born in January of 2014.
Who are some of the recipients or those lucky enough to swing a Xylobat?
Some of our best friends that are military, he came up to me at church and he said, hey, so in 3 weeks we're going back to Minnesota. Some of our close family friends are really close to the Mowers. So Joe Mauer, he's arguably the best catcher to ever play the game of baseball. And they said, would you be interested in making him a bat? I'm like, yes.
I suppose.
100% yes. And so in March, my friend texted me and said, you're never gonna believe this. But Joe just reached out and said he loved the bat and wants to talk about getting more for the season. And so that's really whenever I started realizing, okay, maybe we do have something here.
You were up for an award through the Chip Starter, Chip and Joanna Gaines program.
So I just came across on Instagram this Chip Starter contest that Chip Gaines was doing, and I thought, you know what? I know he played baseball growing up. Maybe there's a chance. And so that was on Thursday. My friend came out and filmed me on Saturday. Turned that in on a Monday and found out that Tuesday that we were one of 6 finalists. And then come to find out there was over 2,700 entries worldwide. That got us on a nationwide scale. We started getting orders from everywhere.
On the third base side of the count 1-2. That fastball.
What age did you start playing baseball?
The way my mom puts it is pretty much my entire life.
Your entire life? As soon as you could hold something,
yes,
it was a bat. Okay.
I started playing when I was 4.
Wow.
And I loved it from the get. She said every time we would go to Walmart, I would every time would try to buy a bat or a baseball or a glove. And so I just early on had a huge passion for the game.
What position did you play in baseball?
His first base. I loved pitching. Was not a power hitter. I had 1 home run. And it happened in Petrolia, and their fence in right field is not the farthest fence. So on any other field, it would have just been a pop out. But and I always say those were some of the best years of my life, going to tournament ball and staying in hotels, and it was my dream to always stay in it, and thankfully Zylo's allowed that to happen.
Driven deep to center field. Gone, a home run. Boy, he jumped all over that fastball.
What a cool story. Thanks to Leland and to Travis Haggard and Katie Britt and the team at Haggard Communications for telling that story in such an amazing way. Well, now I've got a special guest right here live in my office. One of the cool things about being downtown and so close to people. I want to introduce to you the owner of B Cocoa Artisan Chocolates, Brooke Willis.
Well, I will never joke about wanting to use Henry's nice light setup again, because it actually happened. I'm sorry about that. I got a new computer and I am still learning how to use it. So here I am. I'm going to announce the Small Business of the Year winner. The Small Business of the Year award goes to a small business member who has positively influenced our community, the Chamber, and our mission in 2020. Our winner did an amazing job figuring out how to stay open during the pandemic and continuously communicated updates to the community with updates through social media. They hosted our Military Spouse Professional Network, giving spouses from Shepherd Air Force Base the opportunity to learn more about them and their operations, including their production greenhouses. The winner is a Texas Treasure historic business and has been named to Garden Center Magazine's list of the top 100 garden centers in North America for the 5th consecutive year. It is also where we get our Christmas tree from, and love it. This year's Small Business of the Year is Smith's Garden Town. Congratulations, guys.
All right, thanks, Brooke. Now she's running back to go make some chocolate while we get Smith's Garden Town on the line. There's Catherine. Hey, Catherine, congratulations. You are muted, okay?
Can you hear me now?
There we go. We got you. Congratulations,
Okay.
Catherine.
Good deal. Well, thank you so much. I don't know that if everybody knows, but this is a 71-year-old business here in Wichita Falls. Started by my grandfather, so I'm 3rd generation. My brother Steve and I have run it for the past several years after our father's death, and here is a 4th generation coming up, my son Michael Fiore, and we really appreciate it. You know, we're so much a part of Wichita Falls, and we appreciate all our loyal customers. This was a crazy busy year for us. Even though we had to just about shut down completely during April, which is our busiest month of the year, we still wound up with a year that was way up in sales because so many of you were at home having to work in your yard and work from your home instead of going into offices. And that made everybody take a little bit more interest in gardening. And so we managed to, in one day's time, create an online business, which we'd not had before. And I was busy adding things to the online store all the time. We had every person taking orders over the phone. People who normally don't deal with customers were helping us take orders over the phone, assemble the orders, deliver them to people, take them to their cars. So it was quite the deal. Crazy busy, very stressful, and yet we wound up with a very good year. And I think all of our great employees, many of them have been with us for 15, 20 years, and all of our customers, and some of our customers have been with us for 50 or 60 years. So it's really great. Thank you.
Well-deserved, Catherine. Thank you for joining us today. You got a lot of fans making comments in the chat down there, so don't miss those messages. And thank you guys for joining us today. Okay, now it's next. Next, it's time to recognize our Chamber Champion for 2020. To present this award, here is last year's winner from Inspire. I don't see her on yet, so let's just talk for a minute. Chamber Champion is an award that we created a couple of years back to celebrate somebody who helps advocate for the Chamber, who tells our story and serves as a big fan for us. And past winners include people like Jackie Hager and Dusty Sternadell. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Dusty Sternadell.
Thank you, Henry, and I'm so happy to be here today. This is really cool for you guys to go ahead and put this on. I know it's so challenging this time of year with just not meeting in person. I know we're all craving that. So kudos for the Chamber for continuing to be creative and doing this, because you guys are champions in our community as well.
Thank you, Dusty.
Well, you're welcome. So the Chamber Champion is the person that most helps tell the Chamber's story, who advocates for the Chamber throughout the year. When I received this award last year, it meant a lot to me. I love seeing all the greatness that the Chamber is doing, and I wanted to be a part of it. So I just continued to be a part of it. Whether they really wanted me or not, I was there. But this year, this Chamber Champion far exceeds, I don't know, so many people in my books, because she not only adapted to 2020, she excelled in so many different ways. So this year's Chamber Champion is, no, I'm just kidding. I got to brag on her for a moment. So I've really been blessed to get to know this person. She is not only passionate about her personal life, her professional life, but she's truly and genuinely passionate about the community. She handled 2020 with grace and understanding during this really incredibly stressful time. And what she's accomplished in 2020 is very admirable. She challenges herself and everybody around her, and she gets involved in a very big way. She's not only a member of the Chamber, but she also happens to be a Gold Coat ambassador and ensures that all members' successes are celebrated, and not just celebrated, but celebrated in a big way. She has worked with the Chamber team to help understand the needs of our community related to diversity, inclusion, and has a gift for being passionate about all ways in participating in diversity. Through her job, she tells a story of our community every single day. She's pretty brilliant at it, and you'll know what I mean whenever I announce her name in a moment. So I am very happy to announce that this year's Chamber Champion is Andrea Harris with the City of Wichita Falls. Congratulations, Andrea.
Can you hear me?
Andrea, we got you loud and clear.
Okay. Wow, I am so excited and nervous all at the same time. So, for people who don't know me, I am Andrea Harris. I am the social media marketing specialist for the city, and I'm also co-owners with my husband for Who's Print Studio and the Harris Group. And on top of all of that, I serve on 3 local nonprofit boards, and I'm also a mentee for the Chamber's new circuit. And I am so honored. But first, I have to give so much love to 4 amazing people in my life, and that is my husband and my 3 children, Chloe, Carrington, and TJ. My relationship with the chamber started, just as Miss Dusty said, as a Gold Coat ambassador. And after I did a little research, I found out that I am the first African American woman to be a Gold Coat. And so that is a really big deal for me, and especially for other women to come. And the reason why I joined the chamber is because there's no secret that there is a diversity gap in Wichita Falls. And we've had some amazing leaders like Miss Arthur B. Williams and Charlie Ferris who planted those seeds. But can y'all still hear me? Who planted those seeds? But I feel like it's my job to continue to grow our city. And if we want change, we first have to be the change. So thank you guys so much for everything. And I'm so excited.
Andrea, thank you for those words, and thank you for everything that you're doing. We're so excited that you're part of the team, especially as we move into 2021 and really kick off our diversity, equity, and inclusion initiative. And we know that you'll be able to provide some leadership that is much needed in this organization. So thank you very much for that and for everything that you do.
Thank you.
All right. As COVID hit, we realized that we had to change how we did things. And that meant not only conducting over 40 Zoom calls with site consultants throughout the year, but also changing how we present the data, how we tell our story. A local company called NVR 360 helped us change how we share building info with prospects and site consultants. It's a company owned by an MSU graduate named Neo Kurtalitsa. And I'd like to share with you just a bit of his work that we commissioned to help promote the former Beacon Insurance building to prospects and site consultants. And that tool is not just a video, it's actually a 3D model that you can walk around in and control what you look at and measure distances between walls and columns. It's really cool. So thanks, Nia. In today's economy, we also have to focus on growing the talent pool. With pre-COVID unemployment numbers below 3%, if we can't provide the workers, the companies won't come. One way to strengthen the talent pool is to build stronger connections with young professionals, creating more reasons for them to stay here rather than moving to a bigger city. We all know the only age group that's been growing over the last 30 years is 55 and up. And as we lose young professionals, we've got to do something to reverse that trend. We spent 3 years discussing a possible merger between the Chamber and an organization called Young Professionals of Wichita Falls. And last year on September 1st, the circuit was launched. It's a new program under the Chamber umbrella whose goal is to help emerging leaders in our community create connections, develop professionally, and get more involved in Wichita Falls. To present our next award, our Young Professional of the Year, I'd like to introduce the president of the circuit, Shannon Coppage.
Thank you, Henry, and thank you for the kind introduction. When I first met my friend and this evening's Young Professional Award recipient, I clearly remember being blown away. Her intelligence and drive to make our community a better place was definitely not something that you see every day. Fast forward several years, and far from losing steam, she just keeps moving forward, full speed ahead. A graduate of Wichita Falls High School, she has stayed local in pursuing her higher education, continuing to earn her bachelor's in accounting and her MBA at Midwestern State University. Today, she brings her passion to the table as Vice President of Finance at Work Services Corporation, contributing to their goal of empowering those with disabilities to reach their full potential. This licensed CPA has used all of the skills and resources she possesses to help Wichita Falls realize its full potential, not only for she and her family, but for generations to come. This year alone, she has worked tirelessly as part of the team to pass the Wichita Falls School Bond and served as treasurer of the League of Women Voters, working to safely register voters in the midst of a pandemic, no less. As if that weren't enough, she did all of this in addition to serving on the United Way Finance Committee, Wichita Falls Parks Board, treasurer for Impact 100, and was both a member and a mentor for the circuit in its first year. Oh, and did I mention that she did all of this while keeping a husband and 2 children alive? I don't know how she does it, but her love and commitment to creating the best Wichita Falls she can is readily apparent and driving her actions each and every day. It is my pleasure to introduce my friend, this year's recipient of the Wichita Falls Chamber of Commerce Young Professionals Award, Jessica Traw.
Hi, thank you, Shannon. Can everyone hear me? Yeah, okay. That was very, very kind. I'll agree with Lacey in that I would be notably less anxious if I were staring at 1,000 faces right now than I am staring at my computer monitor. So I'm so excited to be presented this award by my dear friend Shannon. It's just an absolute joy to have her as a friend, and her passion and her drive to contribute to Wichita Falls always seems to give me something to try to keep up with. I'll say, Shannon, your work with young professionals over the years and then watching you work so hard to help bring the circuit to life has been just truly inspiring. And the goal of connecting our young people and growing our emerging leaders is incredibly valuable. And I hope that it continues. And I look forward to being a part of it as it grows. So I'd like to say thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for selecting me for this award. I'm always amazed at what Henry and his team come up with. Their hard work and all of their dedication to keep us connected and engaged and growing during these difficult times has been incredible. And as opposed to just slowing down or getting stagnant, they just seem to keep pushing and pushing for more and more. So thank you guys for bringing us quality programming and wonderful networking opportunities to keep us all together while we try to also stay apart. So receiving the Young Professional of the Year award really means a lot to me because I know so many incredible young professionals in our community. So I know that this is truly kind of a standout award, and I'm so honored to receive it. There's so much going on in Wichita Falls, and there's so many incredible people that are working every single day to make this the best place to be. And I love those people, and I love meeting those people, and I love working with those people, and I'm excited anytime that I can use my skill sets or what I can bring to the table to help push forward causes that are important to me and near and dear to my heart. I choose to stay here with my family, and I want this to be a place that I want to live and that my family wants to live and that other people want to live because it's a great place to be. Definitely one of the biggest endeavors of 2020 was working with a killer team of people to support the school bond. It was a lot of hard work, and it was so worth it. And I'm so thankful to have had the privilege to meet those people and to engage with our community and to get out there and help support the bond. And I look forward to having a few new schools soon. I don't think I'm supposed to talk for too long, so I'm only going to call out a couple of people, even though there are dozens and dozens of people that I could brag on. First of all, I want to say thank you to Work Services Corporation and to my boss, David Toogood, for always kind of pushing me both personally and professionally and supporting me as I, kind of work for our community and for our company. It's a lot of work for both. So he doesn't ever tell me not to contribute, which is wonderful. And then I absolutely want to say thank you to my husband, Tyson, who always supports the things that I want to pursue, even though I know that he knows that there will be work for him to do. And there inevitably is some way that I will wrangle him into my volunteer efforts. And he always helps. And he always stands beside me, and he always encourages me to do the very next thing. So thank you to everyone, and I'm very excited to receive this award. Henry?
Thank you, Jessica. We love you and your passion too, and I'm glad you mentioned the schools, because your efforts and the efforts of so many other people, in my opinion, that was the biggest single step we could take to say Wichita Falls needs to change, and this is how we're going to change it. So job well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. There's another underutilized population out there that we can also tap into to grow the talent pool, and that's interns. We started a program called Intern Wichita Falls to help businesses better understand how to grow their own workforce from within, starting with students. Take a look.
We hired our first intern in 2000.
2016.
2010.
2016. The reasoning for us leading into creating an internship program at MWH Group was we wanted to access the local talent pool. And what better place than looking at Midwestern State University for us. They're highly accredited in their accounting department, and we wanted to somehow tap into that resource. The relationships that we've developed with MSU through the internship program has definitely developed a natural pipeline, if you will, of talent.
The city of Wichita Falls is committed to growing our community and keeping our young talent here. We want to keep them local. We want to take advantage of all the great skills that they've acquired at Midwestern State University, Vernon College, WFISD. The amount of knowledge and skill that they bring to our workplace is tremendous.
I think the benefits to the city for an internship program are opportunities to interact with the youth of our community and provide them professional opportunities to grow their careers. As a result of our internship program, we have had a few full-time hires that have come out of college, performed at our internship program, and then we hire them into full employment. I think it is easier for individuals that have had an internship with the city to naturally transition into employment with the city.
When you think of innovation, the first thing that comes to mind is fresh. There's a freshness of ideas, there's a freshness of perspective, there's a fresh way of looking at things that probably stale old eyes like myself, who's been looking at a problem for so many years, and then this fresh set of eyes come in and they go, why don't you just do this? It's a breath of fresh air. It is really innovation at its very best, because you have that creativity of ideas, that new ideas that come from the intern that they're eager, they're tech savvy. They have a lot of ways, they want things done quickly, so they tend to find good process improvements. A lot of it comes from interns, because they don't follow the mundane. They see things from a different viewpoint and go, well, why don't we try this?
It's time.
It's time.
It's time, Wichita Falls.
Hire an intern. They're ready to work.
Thanks to Taylor Davis and the Talent Partnership for putting that program together. Now it's time for our next award. This is the New Member of the Year. To present this award, here's the Chamber's Director of Membership Development, Christina Bell.
Thank you, Henry. It is an honor to be able to present the New Member of the Year award. This award is given to a new member who really utilizes their membership and makes a huge splash in our community. This past year has been challenging for us all, but this dynamic duo continued to push forward to provide entertainment to the community, as well as ensure everyone remained safe. They have fully embodied what we hope all of our members will, and that includes a strong desire to create a better Wichita Falls through investing in our Chairman's Council, as well as utilizing the resources that are available to them through their membership. They regularly communicated with us and shared the challenges they were facing with their new business, as well as the ever-changing COVID-19 regulations. Not only did they share with the Chamber team, but they participated as a panelist on the Pulse, where they had the capability to share more about what it looked like to run a business during a global pandemic. They truly gave us the opportunity to be what we strive to be every day, which is a valuable resource. This year's winner also chose to land their business in Wichita Falls. And we always love when we have the opportunity to learn more about why individuals choose to invest in this community. These two are definitely no exception. Even though they live out of town, they made every attempt to foster meaningful connections by attending everything we did. Without further ado, it is with great excitement that I introduce to you all your 2020 New Member of the Year, Shannon and Misty Kelton with Monarch Motor Speedway.
Yay! Hello. Thank you so much. It is such an honor. And I just want to say, first off, you know, we are from out of town, but just once we joined the Chamber, it was just the leadership and the direction that they all showed us to go, and always just being a phone call away during the pandemic just made it so much easier. Thank you so much.
Definitely so. Definitely want to thank the Chamber for this award, the embrace that we've got from the Chamber, the citizens, and the race fans and racers from Wichita Falls area. Just like I said, we couldn't do it without them, especially with the COVID, with all the different regulations. I know they probably got tired of us calling constantly to make sure we're going in the right direction there, but we definitely appreciate that, especially as a new business. Join the Chamber if you are a new business coming to Wichita Falls. And like I said, we've got an exciting season coming up. Our schedule with the mmsdirt.com for those events, and hopefully get to see y'all there. Thank you.
All right. Congrats, Misty and Shannon and all of Monarch Motor Speedway. Thank you so much for being part of the Chamber and for what you do for this community.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And thanks, Christina, for presenting that award. Normally, we get to introduce the entire Chamber team to all of you in person, but since I can't do that today, let me just say how proud I am of Mandy, Becca, Shay, Sarah, Taylor, Jasmine, Christina, Karen, Katie, Travis, and David for the work that they do every day on our behalf. You guys make our jobs fun. And while we're talking about Chamber staff, today's nominees are not the only winners. Our own David Leeser, Vice President of Business Attraction, recently won some recognition of his own. An international site consultant organization called Consultant Connect just named its top 50 economic developers in North America. And David Leeser from the Wichita Falls Chamber of Commerce is on that list. That's the sort of team we're building to make Wichita Falls a better place to live, to work, and to do business. All right, we are almost done. A couple more giveaways. It is time to announce the big award, that is the winner of our date night giveaway. Many of you came to the Chamber to register and to pick up your free bottle of champagne. This basket includes 2 bottles of wine, chocolate, 2 tickets to the Wichita Falls Symphony, 2 one-hour massages from King's Massage, $25 gift card to Fox Hill Restaurant, and 2 free buntlets from Nothing But Cakes. And I'm going to draw a name right now. The winner of our date night basket is Jeannie Boyd, Spirion Staffing, also one of our Gold Code ambassadors and longtime volunteers. So Jeannie, you can pick up your basket anytime at the Chamber, so just come on down whenever you can. All right, that's awesome. I love Jeannie. Okay, our final award, and definitely the biggest award physically that we give out, is the Chamber's Member of the Year. This award is given to the member who most helped the Chamber accomplish our mission of building a better Wichita Falls. The winner is given a trophy that they get to keep, but they also get, I gotta show you this modest traveling cup that they keep for a year, and then we go take it back from them. Looks like the Stanley Cup. And so Chamber Member of the Year award they're going to get to keep for a year, and then we're going to come steal it from them. Their name is engraved on the base, along with the names of the past winners, who are Bundy Young, Sims and Potter, First Bank, the Patterson family of dealerships, United Regional, and White Realty. 2020's Member of the Year had a crazy year like all of us, trying to figure out how to deal with the pandemic, just like the rest of us. But they persevered and came out of the year stronger than before. In addition to all the work that they do supporting local efforts and initiatives, the Member of the Year was the very first company to jump up when we launched The Pulse last year, a web show designed at keeping our members connected to local leadership during the pandemic. We brought in key decision makers such as Mayor Santillana, Phyllis Cowling from United Regional, State Rep James Frank, to talk about COVID response, to make sure our members and the community knew what was going on. Tens of thousands of viewers tuned in, and this member stepped up to support those efforts right off the bat. They also allow one of their executives time to serve as a board member of the Chamber of Commerce. Their Casual for a Cause program lets employees dress down on the last Friday of each month in exchange for supporting local nonprofits, including the Good Samaritan Fund, American Red Cross, and Phased In. On top of that, when we moved to our new facility, we identified opportunities where our members could benefit from name recognition at the new space. This member took a big step, helping us christen our new facility and its new boardroom, now known as the American National Bank and Trust Boardroom. It's for these and many more reasons we are so excited to present the Member of the Year Award to American National Bank and Trust. Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I'm with myself, Blake Andrews, Megan Swenson, Dwight Berry's in here, and one of our board members, Hank Anderson. We just want to thank the Chamber for this award. It's a nice recognition for us. We've been in Wichita Falls since 1976, started here. We just passed over the $1 billion threshold in total assets this past summer. So it's been an interesting year for us as well. Dealing with COVID and the pandemic has really been a challenge. Started off early and listening to Henry in the mornings on his Facebook chats, telling us what we all needed to be aware of and what the closings were required to be. And from there, we started into PPP loans, and we made over $50 million in PPP loans. And from that point on, we kind of realized there were other ways we could help small businesses. So this fall, we started our own SBA lending department, hired some people to come in and help us. And so now we can do not just only the PPP loans, but we're ready to help small businesses in any way we can with any kind of SBA loan product. So like I said, we've been here since 1976. This is our home, and we're going to continue to support the Chamber as we need to. So thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Blake, and the whole team. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. And thanks to everybody there for helping us build a better Wichita Falls. We could not do it without you. And we will get this big old trophy to you soon. Thanks, guys. Well, that's a wrap. Thanks again to our title sponsor, White Realty Management Company, and to all our sponsors for making it happen today. And congrats to Smith's Garden Town, Andrea Harris, Jessica Trawl, Monarch Motor Speedway, and American National Bank and Trust for the well-deserved recognition. Thanks to all of you for joining us today. And thanks for choosing Wichita Falls.